Guys, welcome to the channel. Today we are going to see how you can identify rise and falling trades using price action. Okay, so today we are going to use the charts and then also use the Surge AI engine for entry. So the bot that we're going to use, and I always tell you because of the martingale factor, is the ProfitMax Surge AI Engine 2026. That is a bot. And then the parameters set there, we are doing rise and fall, volatility 75 oneness. We'll be staking $50. $50, take profit 3 times of that. That is 150. And then stop loss, let's keep it at $400. And then the martingale factor, reduce it to 0.5. Okay, so the bot is set. Now, this is the interesting part. We come to charts. And on charts, we want to be able to know the market structure, be able to know whether the volatility 75 oneness is rising or falling. And you can use price action before getting a confirmation from the Surge AI engine. Okay, so we've set the candlestick at 1 minute time frame, and this is how the chart looks, volatility 75 oneness. And if you're a good analyst in terms of looking at the charts, you can see that it looks like there's a consolidation. That means the market is moving sideways. But remember, we are using the bot, so we can still get trades. Let's go to 30 minutes time frame. And here we can now see there was a rising. That market is rising. And then you can see there it's consolidating. You can see it's moving sideways, okay? But since we are using 1 minute and using a bot to trade, we can still capture some trades. Let's go back to 1 minute candlestick time frame. And then restructure the chart properly so that you can be able to see the candlesticks and the structure. And you can see, let's set it properly. So there already I can see 3 points whereby there is resistance. But I'll show you. You can see, yes, the market is on a sideways movement. But then again, since we are doing 1 minute and using a bot for entry, we can now map up the support zones. And this is a support zone, means the market came here and then there was a rejection. It went up. You can clearly see that area there. The candlesticks are not going below that area. So that is a support zone. Okay, that is a support zone. There are actually 3 when I looked at a glance when you were a 30-minute candlestick. But let's pick the first zone there. You can see the market has touched that zone. And just see how the candlesticks move. So we are here now, and it looks like we are having a lower high. So we are going for a lower low. And then once it reaches that zone, the likelihood of it is to rise, to reject. But right now, we want it to, it's rising. It might come down and reach this zone. Once it reaches there, we are expecting a rise, okay? We expect a rise. So always give it some time, because you want to see whether it will continue rising or it will come back to retest this support zone, okay? So let's see. Give it some time. And then, of course, we have the top resistance areas there. That is the area the market reached, and then now it got resistance and came down. Okay, that zone. So this is how you mark it out. Also here, around that area, we can see another zone. But let's work with the current support zone that is down there. And you can see how the market moves, okay? Rise and fall. You can see the market moving up and down. But wait, now here we are expecting it to come to that zone and then bounce back, okay? That is the key idea. So right now we are on a lower high coming to lower low, and then we expect the market, once it touches that support zone, to start going bullish. Okay, we want or expect buyers to come in and reject, and then now the market goes up. Okay, so let's keep observing. I hope you're getting the idea here. It's not difficult. And you can see the market is coming down. It's almost touching there. It has touched the support zone. So let's wait. It can also actually break that zone. It can break that zone, and that zone becomes a resistance zone. But let's wait. Let's look at the 30-minute candle again. Let's look at 30 minutes, how the market was behaving. 30 minutes. And you can see our zone there marked. You can see 3 points already. So the market was rising, clearly rising. You can see rising. And then let's zoom in properly. I think that is much better. So you can see there was that steady rise. Okay. And then let's mark that resistance zone. Let's mark that top resistance zone. So we can see that zone, the market there again, it never crossed that market, I think twice in the last bit section here. And then it's consolidated now, but since we are using a bot and using 1 minute time frame, we can capture scalping trades, guys. Okay, we can be able to capture. You can see that zone. Those are areas whereby the market reached and then it never broke that support zone. So that is the proper support zone. You can see multiple rejections there. It's on the third attempt, and most likely it will bounce back and rise. Okay, so you can see that area, that zone clearly. First area where it tried to break, second, and now it's on the third. Okay, so we're expecting it to at least rise. So we go back to our 1 minute candlestick time frame, and then you can clearly see the 3 zones now, actually 4 zones, where the market tried to break, but then it bounced back. The buyers or bullish became strong, and you can already see an indication it wants to start rising. Okay, it has reached the zone and it wants to start rising, but always give it some time, and then also look at the timer there. We're using one minute time frame. We're at 37 seconds there. So we want to wait for the next candlestick to start forming, and then we'll be able to know whether now the market wants to rise. Okay, and then confirmation, will use the Surge AI engine now to tell us or confirm for us that indeed this market is rising, and then it will give us the entry signal and then run our bot. Okay, so you can use this method, price action, to be able to at least not just run the bot. You can see there, we expect it to get a rejection and start rising. So once we see it rising, we'll of course adjust the bot and then go to the Surge Engine AI tool to give us the entry. So let's wait for at least this candlestick. There you can see, clearly see the rejection happening. So that support zone is not easy for the market to break. It can also break it, and that's why you have to wait for at least 2 confirmation candlesticks. And let's see, 23 seconds now until the next candlestick is formed. So clearly we can see here we can get an entry for rise. So there we go, 13 seconds, 10 seconds. And you can see The next candlestick is forming, and you can see it's a bullish candlestick. So let's go back to the bot builder, adjust for rise. Okay, we've input our stake and all the other parameters, and then now we come to the Surge engine. Of course, volatility 75 rise, and you can already see there RF momentum building, prepare rise. There we're in the market rising, and you can see our first trade is a loss, but then the martingale recovery, we've won. Third trade is a win. Fourth trade is a win. Fifth trade is a win. There we are, $140. Fifth trade is a win, $182. And we've taken our take profit, guys. Okay. So that is a very good tutorial using price action. And you can see there we only lost one contract. Number of runs 6, contracts won 5, and we hit our take profit, guys. Okay. So you can use that method to be able to define your entries, combining the charts and the ProfitMax Surge AI Engine and the free bot. Okay, let's look at the market now. Volatility was 75 1s, 1 minute, and boom, you can see clearly the market is rising. Okay, you can see those green candlesticks forming there, and that is how we managed to get the wins. Okay, you can see the wins there, and during that rise, we captured the rise and we won, and we got those winning trades. Okay, guys. So you can clearly see this support zone here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a support zone. The market reached there and it was rejected. And the buyers came in strong. So I believe you've got an idea of how you can trade rise and fall using price action combined with the bot and then combined with the confirmation from the ProfitMax Surge AI Engine. All these tools are free, found at profitmaxtrader.com. Okay. So basically, that is how you draw the support and resistance zones. Most probably, there's a resistance zone there. So the market could come up and then reject again and come down. Okay. So that's how you normally predict or look at the market. Okay. Most likely it will reach that zone and then come down. That's how you get those wins using a combination of the charts, the free bot, the Surge AI tool. This is the tool. Get proper final entry signals. Okay, you can still see it's telling us rise. And then, of course, the market and contract, make sure you have it set as per the bot. You can already see it will give you the final entry there, and then simply enter and run the bot. So you'll be trading using a structured method, and that is a method you can practice and perfect and use. Okay, guys, happy trading. Good luck. Remember to like, comment, and watch my next videos. Happy trading, guys. Do not give up. Good luck.